Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I am Timmy Treacle, also known as Horror Fan for Life. And this evening I'm going to be talking about a special movie that I just absolutely love. It is a movie that I always watch when it's on TV. It's currently on right now. I would be watching it if it wasn't for basketball, but I am watching basketball right now with the volume down, of course. But this movie, not only is it a great movie, but the soundtrack is excellent. Shania Twain has a song on here, No One Needs to Know. It's a beautiful song. She did a video for it, and the video has clips of this movie in it. And the movie I am talking about is Twister. Twister was released on May 17th, 1996. It is an American disaster film that received mixed reviews with critics. It has a 6.3 out of 10 on IMDb, a 57% on Rotten Tomatoes, an 88% on Google, and Roger Ebert of the Chicago Sun-Times gave it 2.5 out of 4 stars. Now, despite the mixed reviews, on a $92 million budget, it made $494.5 million at the box office, which is huge for 1996. It was directed by Jan de Bont and written by Michael Crichton and Anne Marie Martin. Uh, this movie was the second highest grossing movie of 1996, behind the number one movie, Independence Day. And this movie stars the late great Bill Paxton, Helen Hunt as Joe, Alex Vega plays a young Joe, Jamie Gertz, Carrie Elwes, Philip Seymour Hoffman, Alan Ruck, Jeremy Davies, Joey Slotnick, Todd Field, Scott Thompson, Lewis Smith, and a small cameo by Jake Busey, plays a lab tech. And this movie was nominated for 2 Oscars, a Satellite Award nomination, and 4 Saturn Award nominations. So it got some recognition, mainly for its special effects, but they were top notch. But this movie, if you haven't seen it, then you must be in La La Land. But it is about storm chasers who are trying to develop a system onto not only track the tornadoes and get a lot of data from them, they want to use that data to better enhance the tornado warnings. Typically back then, they were maybe 5 to 10 minutes if you're lucky. But with this new data, they could increase it to 15 to 20 minutes, which is very crucial. But this movie has a great cast, leading off with Helen Hunt and Bill Paxton, who their characters, Bill and Joe, were actually married. They're divorced, and he brings along his new girlfriend, played by Jamie Gertz, and he's there to get the papers signed so they can move on and get married. So he can get married to his new girlfriend. Now, Joe wanted him to come there because she had a surprise for him. She had Dorothy. Dorothy is the machine that is going to be put up inside the tornado and releases all these sensors to collect all the data on wind speed, pressure, and all the things they need to develop an earlier warning system. And along the way, they run into another storm chasing team led by Mr. Elwes, Jonas, and he is a corporate ass kicker, according to Bill and Joe's team. And but he has developed. Pardon me, that's my phone. Sorry about that. But they have developed a similar device called DOT that will release the same sensors as well. But later on in the movie, we find out there are major flaws in theirs. They come to find out that you need to anchor it down so the tornado can pick it up and take it. Now, early on in the movie, you have um, many smaller tornadoes, F2, F3s, and they try to get up close enough to the tornado and release them up in there. Along the way, there's some comedy in this movie. We see a cow flying in the air. Um, you see the movie The Shining playing at a drive-in when a twister is coming, which happens to be an F5, which is just enormous, just crazy. Um, and then there's an invasion of Aunt Meg's house for food. Food, as Dusty would say. And then they have some great nicknames too. Bill is the Extreme. There's a story behind that in the movie, which is great. And this movie, not only with the action, but the thrills of the chase and trying to be the first to get this data, is just an amazing, I would say, road trip thriller suspense when it comes to chasing tornadoes and storms. That's something I've always been interested in, but never really took any schooling or anything like that. But I've always been interested in the weather, and I love these disaster movies. This is one of the first that I watched. Then the following year, you got Volcano, and then they just started pouring out one run after another. You got Dante's Peak, which was a disappointment. But my personal favorite disaster movie is The Day After Tomorrow. You should be able to see my review for it on my channel. But Twister is one of those movies in the 90s that was just a big hit. And I know I speak for myself and some of my family members, most notably Katie Treacle and my brother Todd Treacle. They love this movie as well. They've probably seen it as many times as I have, maybe more. But it's a fantastic movie. I really wish maybe we would have gotten a sequel or something. But this has a great cast. A lot of them Oscar winners or nominees. And it's just a lot of fun. It's got a great story, great writing, great direction. And there are some critics, like I said, that pan the movie, but to them, I just say, on you. I definitely think this movie should be really higher up on Rotten Tomatoes. I think it's an embarrassment at 57%. But nonetheless, it's still a great movie in my eyes. And my favorite character in the movie is Dusty, played by Philip Seymour Hoffman. He's the crazy one, but he's the funny one as well. But this just gives you a glimpse of what or being in a tornado could be like. Personally, I've never been that close to a tornado. I have seen them, most notably out in the country, on several occasions, but I never really got close to them because I just don't want to take that chance. But they are amazing to watch and to learn from. And like I said, I've always been a fan of the weather. I love storms. I always love sitting out on my porch when I have my house and watch the storms and everything. It's just amazing what Mother Nature can do. And Twister just gives you everything you want in a disaster movie. And if you ever wanted to be a storm chaser, definitely watch this movie. It's a really good one. And another one, Into the Storm, is another great storm chasing movie. That one was a crazy movie as well. But yeah, Twister will always be iconic. And it's got great lines, great characters, and it's just a lot of fun. It's a great popcorn movie. And so I'm going to give Twister a 10 out of 10 and 2 thumbs up. So if you haven't seen Twister, definitely check it out. You will enjoy this. It's a lot of fun. And that's all I got to say. So, in the comment section below, give me your thoughts and opinions on the movie Twister. Did you like it? Did you hate it? Did you think it was okay? Do you think it's overrated? Underrated? Let me know in the comment section below. And as always, I thank you guys for watching yet another movie review. I'm going to start doing some movie reviews of some of my favorite all-time movies. And I just think it's a lot of fun. And I love talking about these movies. I can't say enough about these movies. But other than that, I thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you're new to the channel. And if you have any recommendations on some movie reviews you would like me to do, let me know in the comment section below as well. Until next time, I thank you for watching and check you later.